things are starting to change pretty rapidly in the crypto space, and there's a whole lot of news to cover. So go ahead and sit down and strap in, because it looks like we might be getting ready to blast off and go to the moon. It looks like Bitcoin is experiencing a bounce, and it is sitting at about $67,000 at the time of recording. And what looks really promising to me is that we're starting to see some really significant volume come in. Also, as I was talking about in my video yesterday, or my last one anyway, we do have this bullish divergence that's starting to play out here on the weekly chart, and this could see us put in a new higher high actually. As long as we don't break down below, I think, $60,000 again, because it seems to be pretty significant support, then I'm still feeling bullish, and hopefully we can break out of this descending level of resistance. But we could always have a pullback, and I think $60,000 would be a good place to put in a higher low before continuing to the upside. But if we do break down below that, then we are definitely in danger of putting in a lower low and continuing this short-term downtrend. For now, it looks like we have found support though at this 200-week moving average. And even though last week we were worried all about this so-called $8 or $9 billion that was supposed to be going back onto the market and getting sold off in the Mt. Gox repayments, we still do have a little bit of that to contend with, but nobody really saw this coming. Now it looks like Trump's odds are surging, and he's probably going to be winning the election, and this has removed a lot of uncertainty from the market, and it's really lining up a whole bunch of bullish catalysts that could be coming to send us parabolic in the short-term future. The last week has really turned the sentiment around quicker than I really expected that it could be. And since the Mt. Gox repayments are staggered and the consensus seems to be that only the paper-handed people are going to be selling their Bitcoin, maybe that $8 billion in selling pressure wasn't that much to actually overcome after all. And now it looks like we've got much more buying pressure lined up that's probably going to overwhelm any selling pressure that Mt. Gox can supply over the coming months or weeks. For instance, according to this article on Cointelegraph, BlockFi is confirmed that it's going to be starting crypto distributions in July, and you may know that BlockFi was also one of those companies that collapsed during the FTX situation. It doesn't exactly say if they're going to be paying back in cash or in kind, but there's rumors circulating around that they're going to be paying back in cash. And if they do pay back billions of dollars that they owe to their creditors in cash, then this could supply a lot of buying pressure as people use those funds to rush back into the market. According to this article, BlockFi's total liabilities range from $10 billion to over 100,000 creditors, including a substantial $1 billion owed to its three largest creditors and a significant $220 million to the now bankrupt hedge fund Three Arrows Capital. On top of that, I've been talking about in recent videos how FTX owes their creditors about $16 billion, and if you add 16 to 10 billion, then you got 26 billion, and I think that's enough buying pressure easily to overcome $8 or $9 billion or whatever the heck it might be that's going to be coming from Mt. Gox, even if everybody sold every last bit of the repayment that they received from the Mt. Gox trustee. So basically, everybody's going to be pricing in all of this buying pressure, and since it overwhelms all of the Mt. Gox stuff, I really don't even think this is significant news anymore, so let's go ahead and move on. Since Trump has come out in support of cryptocurrency and the Democrats seem to just be attacking it with their anti-crypto army, it looks like the bulls are benefiting from Donald Trump's rising chance of returning as president, according to this article on CoinDesk. And now traders anticipate Bitcoin rallying to $70,000, buoyed by a more optimistic macro environment and the prospect of a crypto-friendly U.S. administration under Donald Trump. There's been a lot of speculation that President Trump is set to announce a U.S. Bitcoin strategic reserve at Bitcoin 2024, and not only could this cause a whole bunch of buying pressure straight from the U.S. government into Bitcoin, it could also trigger all kinds of other governments to do a similar kind of thing. And this could be the bull market where we start seeing countries all around the world pouring their finances straight into the Bitcoin economy. Listen to what Trump had to say recently in support of cryptocurrency.
I will ensure that the future of crypto and the future of Bitcoin will be made in the USA, not driven overseas. I will support the right to self-custody to the nation's 50 million crypto holders. I say this with your vote. I will keep Elizabeth Warren and her goons away from your Bitcoin. And I will never allow the creation of a central bank digital currency.
So, as I've said, now voting against Trump is basically voting against your rights and your finances. So, as long as Trump looks like he's going to be winning this presidency, it looks like any good news for Trump is going to be good news for crypto. For this reason, it looks like the whole crypto community is starting to rally around Trump. And according to this article on CNBC, crypto-friendly VC investors plan donations to pro-Trump super PAC. Recently, we got news that Elon Musk plans to donate $45 million a month to this super PAC, and now it looks like a whole bunch of rich venture capitalists are starting to jump aboard the bandwagon. Trump has been seeing all kinds of support pouring in from the crypto community. According to this article on CoinDesk, it looks like Trump's campaign's crypto donations have amounted to $3 million. That was just last quarter, and I'm sure in light of recent news, a lot more people have been donating more significant amounts of cryptocurrency to the Trump campaign. And since Trump is hanging out with Elon Musk now, apparently, all Trump has to do is really just mention Dogecoin, and I'm sure he's going to get the Dogecoin community's support as well, and they're going to be flooding him with all kinds of donations also. Hopefully Elon Musk will turn Trump into a Dogecoiner, but I guess only time is going to tell. Additionally, according to this article on Quartz, Donald Trump's VP pick, J.D. Vance, is pro-Bitcoin. He's talked good about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in the past, and apparently he also owns Bitcoin worth as much as $250,000. So between the president and the vice president both being pro-cryptocurrency, and with the current administration's decisions on cryptocurrency basically coming from Elizabeth Warren and her anti-crypto army, it looks like the change of administration on Inauguration Day could be a super big catalyst for cryptocurrency to continue its bull market deep into next year, and it could be the beginning of a flood of positive crypto legislation that could cause this industry to finally go mainstream. I don't really know how to feel about this, but we got some news, according to this article on CryptoSlate, that Trump is considering making JP Morgan's Jamie Dimon the chairman of the Treasury, which is obviously a conflict of interest if he continues to be the CEO of JP Morgan, and it could be bad for Bitcoin and crypto if Jamie Dimon continues his anti-crypto rhetoric. But according to this article, Trump has said that Jamie Dimon is no longer a Bitcoin critic, but since Jamie Dimon has been so anti-crypto in the past, I'm really going to have to wait and see what he has to say, and if he actually sounds like he is pro-cryptocurrency in coming interviews. So with it looking like Trump is going to win this presidency, these are a whole bunch of crazy catalysts that could have really big impacts on cryptocurrency, and as we start to see them come to fruition, it's probably going to be sending Bitcoin and the rest of the market going parabolic. Finally, this week we did get initial jobless claims coming in higher than the forecast at 243,000, with the forecast being 229,000. This is an indication that we're headed on the track that the Fed wants us to be headed on, with people losing all kinds of jobs. And now speculation is continuing to rise that the Fed is actually going to get that first rate cut done in September, with the odds being at about 93.5% at the time of recording. According to this article on CNBC, traders see the odds of a Fed rate cut by September at 100%, and as long as it's not actually caused by some kind of economic crisis, it could be a boon for cryptocurrency and all other markets, as it'll just be injecting liquidity into the system and devaluing the heck out of the dollar. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is Donald Trump going to win the presidency and usher in a new pro-crypto regulatory environment that's going to send us going absolutely parabolic? Or is Bitcoin going to be rejected at about $70,000 again, and we're going to be sent back into the shadow realm? Either way, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if I brought you value. But most importantly, don't forget to do only good every day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.